everyone, welcome to Tracy's Sunday Challenge. I can see I've got a few people on already. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. I was down here ready, but then had to go and do something, so sorry about that. Hi Glenda, how are you? So as you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from if you're new. I have a really fun challenge for you today. And yeah, I'm excited. So this week's theme is planes, trains and automobiles, but it can be any transport type because I actually just wanted to use one of the new suites in the mini catalogue, and this was the easiest way to do it. So how's everyone's week been? We have had a full-on week, a full-on weekend. We've had my husband's birthday on Friday, my daughter's birthday yesterday, and my daughter's going home today, or this morning, and then we're going down to Melbourne to pick up something for my husband. So I don't know, he's bought something online, something for his shed, I don't know. You know, one of those things. Hi Jeanette, how are you? Oh, thank you Glenda. Yes. Okay, so on Monday, so tomorrow, it is my 10th anniversary with Stamping Up, and I'm so excited. I think that's a pretty big milestone, and yeah, I'm so happy to be still part of this wonderful company. They are, I think, amazing. I think their products are really fantastic, and yeah, I'm very proud to still be a Stampin' Up demonstrator 10 years in, so super exciting. Good morning Alison, how are you? So with my 10-year anniversary, I'm actually offering a special. So anyone who purchases with me throughout Monday using the host code, if you spend a minimum of $100, you're going to have a free class with me. So it's going to be Easter class. It's going to be 5 wonderful projects, and I'll send you all the kits, and yeah, it'll be an exclusive event, so we'll be doing it together. So if that's something that interests you, all you got to do is place an order on Monday, so tomorrow. I'll send out a few reminders and all that sort of stuff to let people know. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, if Easter projects are not your thing, you can also choose to have just the normal, the everyday monthly special where if you spend $100, you'll get the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, as well as February's tutorial bundle and the handmade card. But this is something completely different just for my 10-year anniversary, a 5 projects Easter class that's exclusive. So yeah. Good morning Marion, how are you? Oh, thank you. Glenda says it's her 5th year coming up this year. Fantastic, that's awesome Glenda. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, it's. I'm so excited to still be a demonstrator and part of Stamping Up. I think Stamping Up are an amazing company. So anyway, so I'm going to put this to the side. I will remind you at the end, just in case a few more people have popped on and they don't know about it. Okay, so planes, trains and automobiles are our theme for this week, which is so exciting. Let me show you the card that we're going to create today. It's really simple, but yeah, it's using that suite. So I love this. I think this is such a great card. Now I've gone with the very vanilla because, you know, these are all greys and silvers and blacks, and I wanted something to be not quite so stark, and I thought white would be really stark. I'm not 100% sold on the very vanilla. This is not my favourite colour. Actually, this is my least favourite colour in all the Stamping Up colours. I don't use very vanilla very much, but I know a lot of people do. I think it looks alright, so we're going to stick with that. We're not going to do white or anything like that, but yeah, I just didn't want it to be a bright white colour and be really in your face, so I sort of thought toning it down with the very vanilla, that would work. But anyway, that's the card for today. Let me bring in the catalogue to show you this wonderful suite. So this is page 68, 69. There's some really great samples on the page 68. And then if we go to page 69, we have the bundle, which this is a cling stamp bundle. The dies are really great because you can create lots of different, well, you've got, you know, your outlining of your stamps, but then you can create this wonderful bike, which is what we're going to do today. The metal plate 3D embossing folder, this is amazing. Now, if you're creating any sort of masculine cards, I highly recommend getting this embossing folder. It gives such great detail, as you can see there, that, you know, this is perfect for all the masculine cards, but it would work really well with a real feminine card because, you know, I think that it has a great universal look as well. Oh, thank you, everyone. Good morning, Sue. How are you? Alison said she had a bit of a crazy weekend so far. Your mum fell on Saturday morning. Oh, that's not good. She's in surgery for a broken hip. Oh, that's not good. I hope she gets better fast, Alison. That's not good. Oh, well, I hope that I can distract you a little bit. Yeah. Oh, thank you, everyone. I'm glad that you like the card. Helps the black and silver stand out nicely. Yeah, it does, Marion. That's good. Hi, Rachel. How are you? 2 weeks in a row that you made it. You're doing well, especially being back at work. I'm very, very impressed. And there are some adhesive-backed studs. These we're not using on the card. I actually don't have these. I don't know whether I'd get a lot of use out of them, so I didn't buy them. But I highly recommend this gorgeous DSP. Now, it's specialty DSP. There is a black foil with it on one of the sides. Let me just get that and show you because... And I have sort of used it a little bit, so I don't have a full pack. But look at these. And then on the other side, it's the black foil. So that's a great feminine card that you could fussy cut these out as well. We've got tire tracks. Mango Melody is one of the colours in the suite, so we know that one. Look at this. You could fussy cut these images out, which you can see this in that first page of the suite. And this is the one that we're using today. So wrenches. We've seen those ones. We've got that checker plate, which is the black foil. And also great images that you could fussy cut out or use in your background. I'm not sure what this pattern's called, but I'm sure it has a pattern. And look at these. So another great background, or you could use the dies in the set, and that will actually die cut these motorbikes out. And then we've got the nuts, and another great one that you can cut out for your decal. So yeah, a really, really great DSP pack with this one, and it's good colours too. So let me show you the colours again for this suite. Pumpkin Pie, Soft Suede, well, I think I said Mango Melody before, but Pumpkin Pie, Soft Suede, Very Vanilla, Basic Grey, Basic Black, and the Black Foil. So page 68, 69, really great suite. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. All right, so we can get straight into it. Yeah, I love the roses, absolutely. They're, I've seen a lot of really great cards that demonstrators have done with it. And yeah, just perfect. So of course I couldn't not use my wonderful stylish shape dies. So we're using those today. And let me show you that bundle up close. So that's this one here. So they've got really great detail, embossed detail in some of the dies. So it'll give it a really great effect. And you've even got the flames coming out if you want to do those. But some great sentiments as well. We've got Ride On, It's Your Birthday, Classic Authentic You Since Forever, Dad, You're the Coolest, and You Are Legendary. And that's the one that we're using today because I think this one could be used as a birthday card, and I think You Are Legendary would, you know, that works for a birthday as well. Yeah, so I'm also using some silver foil And this is this embossing folder. So there we go. Where did I get the magnetic sheets from? Sue, I got them from, it's a big magnetic place in Sydney. But because we have the shop, we've got wholesale. So I think I'm going to say AMF Magnetics, but it might be wrong. I'll have to look that up, and I'll put it in the comments once I've looked it up, Alison. But yeah, you can go online and Google magnetic places. I know a lot of people use, like if you're in America, Home Depot, they have these there. So I've never found them anywhere accessible and easily here in Australia, but I highly recommend getting some good quality ones. Okay, so to start off with, we have the Very Vanilla card base. Now this isn't the thick Very Vanilla. I don't actually own that because, like I said before, I don't use Very Vanilla much at all. Oh, there you go. A lot of the cheap shops sell it by the sheet. Oh, printing places have them as well. There you go. Thank you, Rachel and Marion. Good job. We also have a piece of Very Vanilla that we're going to pop through the embossing folder. So I'm just going to pop that to the side. We have basic grey, basic black, and I'm going to grab those out. We're using the stylish shape for those. And we need the large square, that is for our DSP. I'm thinking, yep, the second largest circle, and then that largest banner. That's with the black. So I have those two. We're going to get the big shot out in just a second. And for the large square, we're going to use the wrenches. And that fits perfectly, so I'm just going to cut that down so I don't need this full sheet. I think the specialty paper is really, really great to use on cards because it gives that little boost to it, especially just a tiny bit in the background, and that silver foil really does pop as well. Okay, I'm going to start off with the embossing folder, so I'm going to need my plate 4. I'll grab that. I'm going to pop this one through first, and then we can do all our little pieces of die cutting. So I can put my plate 1, plate 2, plate 3 to do our die cutting of all our shapes. I get so confused with sometimes the layout of our cut and emboss machine. I really do love the 3D folders because I know it's just plate 4. But I do have to go through all my embossing folders and mark them, I think, so I know what's what. Okay, and I also need that basic grey, so I'm just going to do a quick cut to be able to go through once with these 3, and then we can come back in with the motorbike pieces. Hi Nancy from Oklahoma. I hope you're not anywhere near that train derailment. That is terrible. And we also need that silver foil. So what I might do is I might just move this out of the road just quickly so I can grab. I have stuff everywhere, guys. If you could just see my desk. Okay, let's bring the card in so we can see what pieces we need. So I'm going to need that solid motorbike. That's going to be in the basic black. Then in the silver, we've got this one. We've got the 2 wheels. Oh, you're just outside of Tulsa. Nancy, I want to go to Tulsa. I am a huge fan of the first 48, and I've just watched the 24th season. I think just about every single one was at Tulsa. I love the first 48. I think that is an amazing show. And oh, here's the local. My dogs are going to start going off, I think. Yep, there they go. I think that's everything now that I'm looking at it. So I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. Have you guys all seen the first 48? I think that is such a good... I really like true crime and, you know, true documentaries, and I think First 48 is just amazing. I think if I had my time again, I wouldn't mind being a homicide detective. I don't like gore and blood, but it's very, very interesting. So I'm going to do the solid motorbike going through. Because I've got a bigger piece of basic black there, I'm just going to run that through. Jeanette, I don't think it's on, no, it's not on Netflix. It's on Binge at the moment here in Australia, but it's on normal TV as well. It's just that I've seen all the episodes on the normal TV, and they've got new episodes from last year on Binge. So we have Binge just for that reason. I think Channel 9 has it as well. So I think you can get on the 9 Now app and watch it that way. So we've got the silver foil. I'm just going to lay these pieces down. Yeah, 9 Now. Yeah, there you go, Alison. But they're just really old episodes. I think not long after my son was born, and he's 21, it used to be on SBS, and that's where I first started watching it. And look, I don't do horror at all. I don't watch horror movies. I don't do scary movies. I don't do any of that. But true crime, I think, is fascinating. And they follow the homicide detectives around while they do the investigation. It's a really, really good show. I must admit, I like, you know, cops, any of those real life shows as well. So the season 24 that I've just finished watching, if it wasn't at Tulsa, it was in Mobile, Alabama, and Ad and I have actually been there as well. So do I have any tips for die cutting metallics when the plates are old? Yes. Get new plates. Even if you have one new plate, just for the top, because what will happen, let me just show you. So I have a fairly good one, and then I've got one that's a little bit messed up. When you're using the foils especially, always cut down on the radial one, and use a new one on top, because, where's my sheet? What is left over, if you don't use the whole lot, if I die cut straight down onto this one here, all the imprints that are on this mat will actually be embossed into your foil. So you won't be able to use it again because it'll be marked and it'll look terrible. So I highly recommend just having, even if you just kept one aside just for your silver, your foils, I really recommend having a newish one that's not completely, and you can see this has been used quite a few times already, but it's fairly non-scratched. So that I think is really, really important. That's a good tip, Alison. Thank you. Yeah, really, really save yourself some time, and you'll save yourself some money with your foils, because unless you're cutting around each die, you're going to waste a little bit if you're using plates that are all scratched up. And you know, once you use the plates once, they become marked, so they're never going to be completely perfect, but yeah, the cleaner they are, the less marks you're going to get all over your foil. Yeah, so you'll find that scratchy effect on even cardstock, absolutely. So even if you're just using, I always used my rattier plate on the bottom and then my better plate on the top, because yeah, it will even affect your cardstock. So I'm just popping all these through. These have lots of little pieces that cut out. Alison says you can try a piece of copy paper on the top, and that saves it a little bit too. Yeah, absolutely. If you remember to put that down, Alison, that would be my biggest thing, is I'd probably forget to do that. Okay, so I think I have all my pieces there. Does anyone use like your little bits for shaker cards that come out of your dies? I've got a little stack of hearts that have come out of a die cut that I did, and I think I'll have to use I'll need a few more than what I've got, but I thought that'd be a really great idea to make a shaker card with some little tiny hearts, except they're so tiny. Let me show you. Look how tiny they are. So I'd need quite a few more. Actually, I don't even know what I was die cutting, but I've kept them just beside my Big Shot, just in my cut and emboss machine, just in case. All right, so I think we have all our elements ready to go. We can do a little bit of stamping because there's really not a lot of stamping on this. And I've just got to clean up my area. I have cardstock everywhere, dies everywhere, and I'm not even sure where the rest of my card is. Here it is. Let's make it easier on myself. I have an empty bin, which is awesome. I'm not just throwing it onto the floor like I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, much to my husband's disgust when he vacuumed in here the other day. But yeah, I thought once he vacuumed, I heard the vacuum going on, I thought I'll go and grab that bin and empty the bin out. And then later on he said, oh, I've seen you emptied the bin. So I said yes. And he said, that's good, because I couldn't believe how many things I actually picked up while I was vacuuming. Anyway, it's the way it goes. I always find I've got other things to do. So with our square that we have die cut with the specialty paper, I'm just going to use some liquid glue and pop that down. So this is a really simple card. It's die cutting, embossing. We're going to heat emboss our sentiment in a minute. I thought we might. Oh, Tracy, what's that? There we go. I'm going to, oh, we're going to stick this one through the embossing plate too. So I'll just run that one through really quickly. Such great detail. And I'm going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. So what's everyone's plans for the day? Have you got lots going on, or is it going to be a nice quiet day? Maybe a bit of crafting? I was going to do a voiceover and a video, but I'll go down with my hubby and pick up this part for his hoist for the shed, which will be good. I think while we're gluing, let's add all our pieces to the motorbike. And I probably could have added some of that adhesive sheets. And that would have made my life a little bit easier, but we didn't do that. But we're just going to use some liquid glue and try not to get it everywhere on my fingers. The silver on the top of the black looks so good. And I know you probably can't see it on the card as much, but look at that. Really stands out. Should have put my wheels down first, but I'll be able to stick that in and underneath. Like so. You've got a little bit of time with the liquid glue, which is fantastic. Put that down on top. And then lastly we have, and I don't know motorbikes, this is part of the seat, I've got no idea. You guys might know. We'll stick this down as well. Cute. All right, I'm gonna pop that to the side to let that dry. We can do our sentiment, and I'm gonna heat emboss that with the silver embossing folder. So we're gonna need Versamark ink. I'm also gonna bring my embossing buddy in. Oh, seat and pillion seat, Tracy. Thank you so much, Alison. You guys are full of information today. That's awesome. You might have to come every time to help me out. Sue's asking, do I have twine on the card? Yes, Simply Elegant twine. That's that 2-pack of gold and silver. Don't worry, I didn't forget, Sue. If that might have been a little reminder, was it? I do have it sitting right next to me, so I didn't forget. But you guys know me too well. I probably would have forgotten that. So I've got my silver foil in a container. A little bit of liquid glue on my mat there. This is going to pop off that black beautifully. So I'm just going to heat that with the heat tool. Well, Marion's going to do a bit of craft and gardening, and Jeanette is too. I'm hoping it's going to be a day like yesterday. Yesterday was so nice. It was warmish but not overly hot. Friday was awful. So I'm looking forward to autumn starting soon. Although I don't think it's going to happen because I think we've got more 40-degree heat coming. Alison says a man who vacuums, he's definitely a keeper. Alison, he definitely is. He does cooking as well. He is definitely a keeper. See, ex-military. They can cook, they can clean, they can iron, they can do it all. Alright, so we can add our twine now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit and save myself some twine. I love this. This is in the annual catalogue. I'm going to start stocking up on this because I'm really afraid that they're not going to have this in the new catalogue coming out. So what I'm doing is I've just gone across my card front, doubled it over, and I can cut that off this way because I want it to go over twice, but I don't want to wrap it around 4 times. So I'm saving myself half of my string or my twine by doing it this way. Okay. So turning it over, I'm going to grab some tear and tape, and this is another cheating method. I'm going to place some tear and tape on the back here, and this is going to adhere those ends down. Yes, Jeanette, we both have one, yes. They're good, aren't they? So, just placing it down into that tear and tape. Don't let it go. It's stuck to my fingers. See, tear and tape is so good. So press it down so it's in there. Gonna move it to the other side. Pressing down again. And what I really like to do, and you can do it or not do it, is I like to stick another piece over the top just to make sure that it's secured down. I don't want it to be coming off as it's out in the mail or once someone gets hold of it. So we have that. Because I've got still a little bit of sticky there, I'm going to add some dimensionals down quickly and we can add it to our card base. Do you guys like this sweet? I must admit, I think I like most of the masculine sweets just because I struggle with masculine cards. So if you can find a bundle or a sweet or some sort of masculine product that will help me make some more masculine cards without too much effort, that always makes my life a lot easier. So we have our card base. We can pop that down in the middle. And over my blog you can find all the measurements, the supplies, everything that I've used for this card there. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more. I'm also going to stick some dimensionals down on top of this one. And we can stick that down. So there is that link in the description of this video from my blog. There's also a link to my online store. If you would like to purchase any of the products that I've used today, you can do that there. Don't forget that my 10-year anniversary is coming up tomorrow. So if you want to place an order, maybe do it tomorrow. That way you can get the 5-card exclusive class. It's an Easter class. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cute, cute. And then we're going to also, of course, add some more dimensionals to our sentiment. And then we're almost done, everyone. It's a very simple card, a little bit of die cutting. You've got the gorgeous heat embossing and dry embossing. So lots of textures and layers. We've got the gold metallics from the thread and the foil. You've got it all. So I'm just going to place that just under the handlebars a little bit. So cute. Alright, let's finish it off. I'm going to bring my embellishments in. And we're going to use the matte black dots. You could probably, no, they wouldn't go with them. I keep my embellishments in a little stamp case, so it's something new that I've not long done, just so I've got them all with me. So if I forget to grab my embellishments out from my card and I've already started my live, I know where they are. I don't have to go scratching through my drawer that has, you know, current as well as non-current. They're retired and I've got to try and find them all. So I thought sticking them in a stamp case would be a lot easier for me. I'm going to use 3 of the large matte black dots on the card. So cool. So there we have it. Alrighty. So there we have. So this week's theme is planes, trains and automobiles. So cars. You could do a boat. I know there's lots of great stamps out there and dies, and I'm sure everyone's got something in their stash that's automotive related. So I really hope that you're going to join in this week's challenge. So all you need to do is create a card. Come on over to my Facebook page and pop it in the comments of the themed post. So really easy. Please come over and check out everyone else's creations as well. Maybe leave it till Saturday next week, and that way everyone's had a chance to take part and create and share it as well. But yeah, that is this week's challenge. Now don't forget, tomorrow is my 10th anniversary with Stamping Up, so if you would like to take part in an exclusive 5-project Easter class, all you need to do is place an order tomorrow, the Monday the 20th. It's a minimum $100 order using the host code, so super easy to do. If you would prefer not to take part in the class and instead have the bundle tutorials, the Sweet Simple Stampers, the February bundle tutorial and the handmade card, you could certainly choose that one as well. But anyway, thank you everyone. Oh, I hope that you'll make something for the challenge. That'd be awesome, Alison. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed today's card or my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't hit subscribe, do that as well. And yeah, if you're watching the replay, please leave me a comment and let me know that you've been watching. Alright everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whether you're crafting, gardening, heading to Melbourne, or whatever you're up to. Have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you all on Thursday. Alright, bye-bye.